an active voice and not passive, as was common in writing style of that era. Therefore, he who now withholds would willingly step aside himself, making way for the Antichrist. Now, in the pericope, Christ is portrayed as both supernatural and divine, but the other three characters are just conveyed as supernatural. With this conveyance being intentional, this actually forces us to reconsider the assumptions about the three characters. Satan and his demons are portrayed in Scripture as supernatural because they are spirits, but they are not divine as God and his angels. The understanding here, therefore, is that none of the three identified characters are positive forces. They are all negative or demonic forces. With the three-character team secured, I shall connect the similarities of this pericope to Daniel 11, Matthew 24, and Revelation 13. Let us first examine the Antichrist as the head of this team. The exposure of the Antichrist is a part of the wicked strategy, not some kind of a bust in his operation. Though this operation seems to rely on three moving parts in the form of our characters, the Antichrist is no doubt at the top of this triangle, as he is in Revelation 13, Matthew 24, and Daniel 11, specifically Daniel 11, verses 36 to 45. As scholars believe, this is actually a final break in the chapter where Antiochus's career ends and that of the eschatological Antichrist begins. The comparison amongst all passages is relatively straightforward or evident. The Antichrist is a central character in the three-character team that hijacks world power prior to Christ's return. Secondly, we will examine the neuter character, what withholds. On one level, one could see this force as unintelligent, yet influential and deceptive. Such a force would be a system of misinformation via word and or letter according to 2 Thessalonians 2 verse 2. A system of misinformation via word or letter is often referred to as a propaganda campaign, a fascist tactic of strongmen to set people groups against one another and increase their appeal in the general public. Green argues that, quote, "It is not a power that restrains the man of lawlessness, but rather one that exercises his power on behalf of Satan. This is a power that seizes or possesses and may imply some form of demonic possession," end quote, which the Thessalonians would have been very familiar with. Green also argues, quote, that this false inspiration that prefigures the revelation of the man of lawlessness is the same one that is responsible for the doctrinal confusion of the Thessalonians in the first place. Understood in this way, the role of what withholds would be similar to that of the false prophet in Revelation 13, end quote.